9 out of 10. Well done. But you did get this one wrong. Michael Hughes Training. Should we tell students, should we tell staff how they do after their test? I say yes, we should. And not only should we tell them, we should tell them as soon as possible after they've completed the test. Why should we tell them how they did? I can give you two reasons. The first is that it can help to correct their mistakes. So if somebody has scored 7 or 8 or 9 out of 10, or maybe even less than that, then you can show them the questions that they got wrong and you can discuss the correct answers. So when they're leaving the room, they do so knowing where they went wrong. Telling people how they did can also bolster their confidence. They're getting this immediate feedback. So they've done the course, they've cooperated, they did the test, and they've done quite well in the test. And now you're telling them how well they did. It gives them a boost, and it also makes them far more likely to live, to enact what it is they learned in the training. Not all trainers do tell people how they do in the test. And you can understand why. You know, they've been teaching the group for 3 hours, maybe a whole day, and at the end of the day, the trainer probably just wants some time to themselves to decompress and relax a little bit, and they may not want to sit there marking test papers and telling people how they did, dealing with the group. I understand that, but I think it's important to let people know. So as soon as the course is over, okay, when the class is finished, I will sit down and I'll mark the test papers. And as part of my finishing concluding comments, I will tell the group, if you want to know how you did in the test, stay behind and I will tell you. I'll come back in 5 minutes, go away, have a cup of tea and come back in 5 minutes and I'll tell you. And I would say maybe 50% of people will go at that point. But the other half will stay. In fact, there have been many occasions when I will have a whole group, the entire class will stay and I'll be mobbed. You know, oh, how do I do, you know, oh, keep back. It's quite funny really. And it's actually, it's very rewarding to see that after spending a whole day with me, or 3 hours of intensive training with me, that staff are so keen to know how they did. They will stay behind in their own time to find out what mark they got. You know, this is the level of enthusiasm we want to see. Now, do I read out the results en masse? I mean, I could do that. So I deliver a course in the morning, I mark the papers during the lunch break, and then in the afternoon I could say, oh, by the way, if you want to do how you did this morning, Mary, 10 out of 10, well done. John, you got 9 out of 10. I used to do that, and then I realised that probably wasn't the best way to do it. Because if you have a member of staff who hasn't done so well, maybe they failed, then announcing it publicly like that could be uncomfortable and embarrassing. So I don't do it. So what I tend to do now is I invite people to come up to me directly and I will tell them their results and I'll show them where they went wrong. Yeah, I'll talk about failure in another video, but that's my main point. I believe that it's an excellent idea to tell your staff how they do on the day. So I'm not telling them, oh, I'll tell you next week, or I'll post the results on, or come up to me tomorrow. No. We do it on the day. They sit in for several hours, they do the test, they've been very cooperative, they want to know how they did. Why keep them waiting? My name is Michael Hughes. If you want to get in touch, send me an email, info@michaelhughestraining.com. In the meantime, please subscribe, check out my other videos, and keep up the good work.